Spiky bits. This is the orcs list I faced. Just your basic hybrid list with some one battle wagon and a bunch of dudes. Gazgol and some cans and stuff just to try them out because Travis wanted to put them together and so he wanted to field them, which I can't blame him. They're pretty cool kits. So that's pretty much it. And here's the Blood Angels list. I originally ran a game earlier that I didn't videotape because there's a lot of proxies, so it's been really hard to keep track of everything. But anyways, it kind of went really bad because I planned on putting Mephiston into drop pod with the honor guard, and that didn't work because you can't do it because Mephiston's an independent character, or not an independent character rather. So that kind of was a downer a bit. So basically, the army's designed to drop in. The two librarian drop pods drop in first with the B cannons, and then the assault squads come in off that, or they can do the descent and only scatter one, split, and then combat squad, and then split their fire or whatever. The rhinos are used basically to keep your back flanks secure, and also to give them something to jump into and take off, and then his second turn uses wings. So that's pretty much it. It needs to be refined a little bit because it's not exactly what I thought I could do, which, you can't put Mephiston in a pod. I think it'd be broken anyways, but can't do it, so I just kind of rolled with it. So here we are. Alright, so here we have the game board. As you can see, Travis has set up most of his forces in a straight line. Which is good for me because I'll be able to isolate some of them. We'll talk about that in a minute. My two rhinos are in the back, just hanging out for Mephiston to get into one and take off, and then the other one to either screen it or hang out and cover that objective right there. And then he's got a bunch of looters and stuff up in the building, which is going to be a bane to my forces at least. And the Gaz is in the battle wagon, and he's got a dreadnought behind the trees. 3 cans out on the right flank, 3 cans out on the left flank. So it's gonna be a crazy battle, but hopefully Mephiston can pull it through for me. So here's the objectives. The first one's back by my rhino wall, and the second one's up in Travis's deployment zone behind the building there. So it's gonna be a brawl getting to him, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to cover mine, so it's gonna suck. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot my rhinos forward up by the battle wagon, try to get into his battle line some, and hopefully that combined with bringing the pods in right there on those trees, I'll be able to do a lot of disruption and hopefully draw Gaz out of the battle wagon. The one thing I got going for me is that Travis deployed his forces all on the line, so I'll be able to isolate the left flank there, at least for 3 turns or so before they get in. But after that happens, it's basically the battle line is going to kind of go diagonal up in his deployment zone, and it's just going to be a big melee of stuff up in there. So hopefully I can bust him down and run him off a little bit and get into those ludos pretty good and make a go of it. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the battlefield. You got, let's see, the bunch of ruins. There's my deployment of the rhinos, and you got Mephiston and his squad chilling behind the rhino. Mephiston's going to jump in with the rhinos and shoot forward turn 1. Travis is talking a bunch of mess, so he's going to roll the C's real quick because he wants to be cool. So here it is, the big C's, the initiative roll, and it's a 3. No, it was 1, and that's pretty much the opposite of what he wanted. So there's a flank I'm going to try to isolate. There's all his looters up in the building, which is going to suck. The battle wagon, the Def Dread, and the 3 cans out on the right flank. Here's the Blood Angels turn 1. As you can see, I shot the rhinos up 18. Mephiston's in the one on the right. You can see the guy with the force weapon there. The 5-man team moved up some to support the rhino. I wasn't sure if he was going to shoot the battle wagon up or not, but they're just there chilling, waiting to see what happens. Both the rhinos pop smoke. And let's go in a little closer here. kind of see what's going on. The two dreadnought drop pods came down. The one dreadnought lanced the squad of cans and killed two, and the other dreadnought's just kind of waiting to see what happens. Turn 2 was pretty eventful for the Orks. They blew up the rhino that Mephiston was in, so he's chilling in the crater. He shrugged off some more loot of fire too, which was pretty funny. Up top, the Furioso died to, actually got immobilized to being death rollered by the battle wagon, and then the Death Dread came in and finished him off, but the Death Dread's immobilized, just chilling. And over here, the Furioso killed the last can, so looks like that flank's secure. Just got to move up on it now. Alright, so top of turn 2 for the Blood Angels. The last pod did not come in, which was kind of sucked. But anyways, it'll be back soon. I did get, 2 assault squads in, it looks like. The first, I split them so I could get an extra meltifier on the battle wagon there. And there's still Dreadnought hiding out behind the drop pod there. And then I split the other ones over on the right flank because I figured I'd be able to jump in over by the Ludas, or he would bring his reserves on right there. So I kind of wanted to be able to thwart his reserves coming in and outflanking me. The Dreadnought jumped in over by that squad, and he's just going to tar pit there for a while, but he's contesting the objective at least until Gaz gets out or somebody does something about him. I did drop that Death Dread to Meltas, but the KFF shrugged off everything else on the battle wagon, so I think he's just going to wait for me to get in there and bust Gaz out, and then Gaz is going to assault, and it's going to be bloody, but what can you do? Turn 2 for Orks here. I lost that squad in the back that was holding an objective to Ludifire. He did bring in that reserve squad, and the Dreadnought's still tar pitted down there. Lost a couple dudes to Ludifire, but they're still chilling. Feel No Pain's really good, and I'm going to have to get in there and bust down that battle wagon. Here's the Blood Angels turn 3. Got some Marines back there holding off his big 30-man from getting in and destroying my line. The Honor Guard came in, and I managed to pop the battle wagon, so Gaz is fighting Fiston there, and the rest of the boys are just chilling. And the assault squad came up out of the Rhino and is trying to help out. So, and the Dreadnoughts, of course, still tar pitted over there. It looks like the Killer Cans are going to hit next turn, so that could be pretty devastating. Now, I did fly Mech in and dance with Gazgal just because I wanted to see what would happen. Like, if playing in a tournament, I'd probably go after the Ludas or something else a little bit less squishier, because I just needed to get rid of those Ludas. They were just taking too much of a toll on the line. But he's in there, and he caused 1 wound on Gaz, and Gaz caused 2 on him. So he's probably going to die to the knobs, the knob and Gazgal next turn. The 2 up invulnerables is just too devastating to deal with. Alright, so it's the Orks turn 3 here, and as you can see, Mephiston has died to Gazgal on the knob. So Gazgal's 2+ invulnerable pulled him through, and his buddies helped him out and killed Mephiston. But unchecked, I think Mephiston could definitely rampage through some lines, so I'm definitely impressed with what he did so far. And the cans are running up, so it's pretty much a game at this point. But we got to try out Mephiston versus Gazgal, which was pretty cool. And it gives me some more ideas for switching up the list a little bit more, changing things around. But this was a good test against kind of like a hybrid Horde list, you know, that you might see at a tournament or what have you. So it was definitely a good test. I'm really glad we got to do this matchup. So. Spikey bits.